Hello, and welcome to our podcast, Revelation Verse by Verse, brought to you by Dr. William Stewart, the co-founder of Telios. This captivating podcast will not only impart the wonderful book of Revelation, but it will also show you how to study the Bible, so you have confidence in Scripture. Each episode will provide key points for verses in Revelation. Thanks for joining us on this exciting biblical journey.
Hi, I'm William Stewart. Welcome back to our verse-by-verse study on the book of Revelation. We start chapter 7 today. We've started the tribulation, the 7-year period before the return of Christ. We started this in chapter 6, the actual plagues or punishments. We've gone through the first 6 of the 7 seals of the book of 7 seals given to Christ in chapter 5. In 7, we come to to an interlude with 2 views in heaven. Overall, there's 4 views of heaven containing believers. We covered the first one as the 5th seal last time, the persecuted Christians and who were clamoring for justice. Here we talk about the sealing of the 144,000 Jews. So we'll cover verses 1 to 8 in the King James. And after these things, I saw 4 angels. 4 angels are mentioned only in the book of Revelation in the Bible 4 times. They're mentioned in this book, 2 here and 2 in chapter 9. Standing on the 4 corners of the earth. The Bible is not saying the earth is flat. It's just indicating directions. Holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth or sea or any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. Verse 3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till I have sealed the servants of God on their foreheads. So he's calling for a halt of the plagues until his people, God's people, have been sealed. This contrasts with the seal of the beast, which we'll come to in a few chapters. These people were sealed, chosen by God. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and they were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Okay, so 12,000 from each tribe. I'm not going to read all the verbiage here in the next 4 verses, but they came from the tribes of Judah, Gad, Asher, Naphtali, Manasseh, Simeon, Levi, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, and Benjamin. So these 12 tribes. So what was the purpose, or what will be the purpose of these 144,000? Well, they stand with God. We learn more about them in heaven, another view of heaven, in chapter 14. But they are true believers, and they follow Christ. Many have thought that they were there as a way to spread the gospel and be God's representative on the earth. They were pure. That makes sense. That either by their lifestyle, and I think probably by their word, they were a reputation or a messengers of God to the tribulation population, people living in the tribulation. We know from Matthew 14 that the gospel will go forth to all the world during the tribulation. And we know from chapter 14 that many of not all of the 144,000 were slain for their faith. So this is a way God has, in every epoch of history, had some representation of him on the earth. And it's also true with the tribulation, even though the church has been taken away. The Spirit is not shown to be active on the earth during the tribulation. And we don't know exactly what his role will be during this time. But it's a time where God has withdrawn the usual representation of himself on the earth, but he is providing these 144,000. And I think other people will be saved by their work, even in the tribulation, that will then populate the coming kingdom when Christ comes again and reigns. Okay, important verses. We will look at another scene in heaven in the last half of this chapter next time. Hope these videos are helpful in understanding our hope, the end times. Thank you for being here. See you next time.
Thanks for listening to this episode of our podcast, Revelation Verse by Verse. We hope you found the teachings both interesting and informative. Join us next week for another exciting episode. To listen to all episodes, please visit our website, teliosresearch.com. That's TELEIOS. Thank you.